What's up, everyone? Sorry, I had to put my shoes on. How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. Welcome to my show, Morning Wood. We're going to talk some sports betting today is what we're going to do. Move it, Gato. That's exactly what we're going to do. Not a bad little day yesterday. I was 1-0 in NBA, 2-2, I believe, for college. This is my official record. I've officially written it up here so I can stop scribbling on this piece of paper and this piece of paper, and I just put it up there. So you can see what's up with the Get Down. You know what else is up with the Get Down? Caesar Sportsbook. That's what. My official sponsor. Oh, shoot, where's my thing? They are hooking up all new accounts with up to $1,250 in a risk-free first bet. All you got to do, download that app onto your phone and then use this promo code WOODFUL, and it is going to get you hooked up. Up to $1,250 first bet, win or lose, money back in your account, plus 1,000 reward credits and 1,000 tier credits. I know, right? It's kind of a big deal. We do have a special guest today. It's Sammy P. Remember Sammy P? He's from Nesson. He's going to roll in about a half an hour here to tell us what's up with the Get Down. There we go. I'm going to put his little banner thing right there so I know where it's at. Okie doke. So we still have 5 to 6 people left in the last Woody standing. I never found out about Scott Reichel's pick. Show and Yeri match. Bam. It was 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 38 is not over 41 and a half. All right. So you 5. It's up to you. It's all on you. Who's going to win the dough, huh? Okay, so let's go through, check out some stuff before Sammy gets here. Hi, Timothy. Terry hates you right now. You just ordered tickets to the Wilds Kane game for tonight. Well, I would think that you hate Terry because he beat you in Total Chaos. Did you know that? Because it happened. Terry Edelman is a 4-time Total Chaos champion right now. Hi, Brandon. How are you? I'm good. Yeah, hit the damn like. Hit the freaking damn like button, everybody. I know Man United got a lot of people yesterday. Like, the over didn't hit. Man United didn't hit. It was just like a bunch of not working out for Man U. I want to say that in the group chat, I read that like they gave that game away. They should not have been participating or performing the way that they did. Give me 2 seconds. Can I have 2 seconds? Well, you don't really have a choice, do you? Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh. I kind of woke up with a little bit of a sore throat, so I'm not a fan of that, especially because I just got done being sick, so I'm not going to be sick again. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Okay, now I'm ready. Now we shall go. You hit the like button too. Thank you. I gave Leonard all of his monies last night. He's rich now. So if anybody needs any money, call Lenny. His home number is 702. I'm just kidding. You think you're going to take Memphis Tigers and Oral Roberts tonight? Looking at the Celtics first quarter. Okay. That's what we shall look at then. Boom. Boom. All right, let's see what we got going on. Bulls moved a lot. Does anybody out there know what's going on in the Bulls and the Pistons game? I went from Bulls -4.5 to Bulls -7.5. So I would guess that someone is out on the Pistons. 77% of the cash is on the Bulls. So, I mean, the line moved the right way as far as the money is concerned, but that's a pretty big jump. 105,000 bet on that game. It's looking like it's the Celtics. 80% of 18,000 is on the Celtics, -5.5 to a -6.5. Raptors -2 to a -5, 74% there. So that looks right. Nets looks right. 1.5 to 2 or 1 to 2.5. Although all that money is on the Suns. Just saying. And then the only one that fits within my movement thing, $43,000 is bet. 73% of it is on the 76ers. Look at hair stuck to my lip. And where's my marker? And it went from a -3 to a -2. So, Allie's picks. I would say Blazers +2. Okay. And then the Grizzlies. Let's see the Grizzlies playing. Did you say Grizzlies? Oh, you said Memphis, not Grizzlies. Okay, you're talking about college basketball. It's like a whole other basketball. Today's a big day, though. You versus Nick. Sabres versus Islanders. Go Sabres. Sabres for the cup. Okposo, anytime goal, +350 to score against his former team. I love it. I love against their former team bets. Okay, Tim. Okay, and if you guys are digging anything today, throw it on in. Has Astralis played yet? And how did they do? Also, Timothy. Sabres, Okposo. Anytime goal, Buffalo. Beautiful. Beautiful. Detroit Lenny, can I get some money? Allie said you're rich. He is. You're going to blow it all on the Wings money line tonight? Oh, Lenny's going to the game tonight is what he's doing. He will be at the Red Wings versus VGK. I'm not even into VGK anymore. I don't even care. I'm a Bruins person now. Bulls and Pistons are playing in Paris. Okay, so but still, why did that line move that way? What's up with the get down there? What's up, Aaron Von Lingen? He's going to go with Killian Hayes over 21.5 points and assists. You're welcome, love. Okay. Hayes. I should write Killian because I'm not going to have any idea who this is. I need my black marker. This is throwing me off. Sorry, I'm a bit scattered. I've been up for a while. I have been up for a while, and I'm a bit scattered today. Okay, Killian Hayes over 21.5 pro. Not pro. Just points and assists. Right? Pause. Pause for the cause. Can't stand of the walk. That's why I asked Knight. I was not happy with it. Me neither. Me neither. The way the Pistons play, I would make them pay for their own travel or fly them coach. Look at you, 4-time Total Chaos champion. What are you doing in here? Holy moly. You're like a Total Chaos god and stuff. From the guy who doesn't do NBA totals. That's what Chip Chirimbus used to say about NFL totals. And then he went on like a crazy run 2 seasons ago. If I used my new system, I'd be up 20 units. I use it sometimes. I tease it a lot. I do tease it a lot. Like that's what I said. A lot of times I'm really close because what we're doing, we're looking for like the +6 that goes to a +4, right? So we're missing 2 points of value there. So that's why I like to tease them is to kind of get those points back. But I don't grade them in teases. So there's that. Parlay party winner yesterday, +172 and a nice 2-teamer for +200 and a 4-teamer you really love +700. Look at you doing things. Look at you making people money, man. Get it, boo. Get it. Astralis game's about to start. Okay, so if anybody wants in on this, it's CSGO. It's a plus money play. It's +120. Okay, so look in esports, CSGO, Astralis, +120. That's what you're looking for. I'm not going to bet on it because whenever I bet on Tim's CSGO plays, they lose. So I'll hook you up, homie. I'm just going to do you a solid here and not bet on it. First game of the Tier 1 season, EG +800 beat number 1 ranked Heroic. Can you guys even believe that? I didn't see that coming. Oh, my Melbourne Renegades lost in my parlay last night, but I did hedge it. I knew to do that, but they did not win. So that was kind of a bummer. So now I was 5-3. So now I'm 6, 7, 8, and 4 in cricket. 8 and 4. You're liking the Celtics revenge spot today? Okay. The money's going their way, 5.5 to 6.5. So it's definitely moving in that direction. And 80% of the money is on the Celtics. It is the least amount of money on a game, though. Only 21,000 has been bet on that game. The next least is 31. So I don't know what that does for you, but I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. Over or under 4 hats? What hats? Explain. You did your parlay party show from the morning skate for the wing from the morning skate for the Wings this morning. Detroit Lenny, man on the street. Detroit Lenny, pick some parlays. I have a question. Okay, perfect. Hi, Brad. Get out of here with that. What's an Islander anyway? Time is it going to the game? I'm not sure when that game starts. I would go with like probably 7 p.m., maybe 8. DeMar DeRozan is back for the Bulls. Okay, that's also important to know. Look at you with good sportsmanship. I love it. There's a ton of good games in college hoops. Okay, well, let's get to them then. I'll get right to them. Ugh. Horrible for you? I know you were on Man U heavy. I'm sorry. It's okay. Today we'll make all the monies back. Today we'll just get all the monies back. I forget. Okay, so let's go to college ball. Okay. It looks like it's Michigan State. Georgia Southern is staying the same. I did some, not stats, but like I made some notes last night on the games that stayed the same and what happened, and it was 50-50. 3 of them cover one way, 3 of them don't cover the other way. So I'm still not up with the get down. I'm still not hip to it. College of Charleston went from an 18.5 up to a 21 with 76% of the money on them. That looks like the play, but I would not lay 21 points on anybody ever. Looks like it's Towson. Old Dominion staying the same, but only $298 has been bet in 15 tickets. 298 divided by 15. So that's an average of $19.86 per ticket. So we don't want to take too much stock in that. Cleveland State looks like they're your play. Northern Kentucky went from a -3.5 to a 4.5, but 70% of the money is on Cleveland State. So, I mean, it's not doing that thing I do, but who is Delaware against William and Mary. Bill and Mare, Delaware, Bill and Mare +5. Last time Bill and Mare came on my board, they let us all down. So we'll give them another shot. +5. Last time we had like +15 and they couldn't even cover that. Looks like Middle Tennessee. James Madison against Troy. J-Mad +1. Ooh, I got my Colonial League going on. Okay. It looks like Northeastern. Looks like the Citadel +13.5. Okay. Purdue, Fort Wayne. Looks like it's a Wright State play. Mercer was -4 to -5, but 99% of the money is on VMI. However, again, there's only $443 bet on this. Ooh, I might want to take this down. Not enough money. Not enough money, Allie. Remember the money part. That's important. JMAD, not enough money. Please tell me Bill and Mare's not enough money so I don't have to keep this on my board. No, Bill and Mare's got 3,600 on it. They're just doing their damn thing. Okay. We're just going to trust in William and Mary. Looks like it's Purdue. I would take 13.5 points with Minnesota at home all day, though. I will say that out loud. Okay, let me check in with you guys real quick. Whose hats, though? Lenny? Oh, like how many hats is he going to buy at the game tonight? At least one. And then one for Mandy, I'm sure. I will set the total at 3. I think 3 is a solid number. 2.5. How about that? 2.5. Does he buy more than 2 hats? Have fun. You posted your parlay party for the first time on your own YouTube channel. You felt like such a big deal. You're in a glass case of emotion. Milk was a bad choice. What's your threshold on laying points? Gosh. I really just don't lay points. Like, because my key number is 4.5, I would say anything under a 4.5. Because to me, in basketball, that's like your more than one possession, right? 4.5. That's why if there's a favorite that turns to a dog, 4.5 is the number I'm looking for to take them at, because it's, it's one more than a 3-point shot, basically. Bill and Mayor. What's up, Nathan S? So, I mean, like if I'm laying points, I would say typically around like a 3-ish. I took the Trailblazers. I didn't bet it myself, but for my last Woody standing play, I took the Trailblazers. No, that was a +2. Yeah, I just don't really. I try really hard not to lay points. It's just never what I'm looking for. You guys know that about me. Late to the party, but you're here to be made fun of. I mean, hit the like. Everybody hit the like. Have you or anyone in the chat been betting on the Australian Open in tennis? I haven't, but I've been watching it. I saw Nadal's out. I saw Coco Gauff beat Raducanu, which was a really good match. I watched a little TFO. I watched the Joker lose. Although I wasn't watching it in real time. It was a match that had already been played, so I think that just happened. Minnesota court is hard to play. I like Minnesota +13.5 right there. They're not doing the thing I want them to do, so I can't write them on the board. But as far as picks go, that would be my pick. We cashed on them earlier in the season. Remember, they were on the board playing somebody big, and then they won outright. It wasn't Purdue. Was it Michigan State? It was somebody. Anyway, I'm sure you guys remember. Yes, everyone hit that like button. EW Moneyline, Sac State, UMKC, and New Orleans. Okay, let's check these guys out. Let's go back for a minute. Michigan and Maryland is staying the same, but 58% of the money's on Michigan. App State, looks like your play. 91% of the money is on IUPUI at home against Oakland. Oakland went from an 11 to 11.5. It's only $1,200 though. A lot of money on IUPUI though. Okay, here's Memphis for Miss Julie. 89% of the money is on Memphis, but the 11 went to a 10, which would say that is typically a Wichita State play. However, only $1,600 has been bet. I like that Memphis team a whole lot. They're a scrappy little group of guys, and I do like them a lot. But I'm not going to lay 10 points with them. I don't like them that much. I mean, like, it's been swell, but the swelling's gone down. SFA looks like the play. +5 over Sam. I'll take that one. Boom. Looks like it's Arkansas State. Actually, yeah. Arkansas State +7. It went from 8.5 to a 7 on Lafayette. 94% of the money's on Arkansas State. That is our reversed line movement. Texas State over Marshall would be the play. Texas State +5.5. Okay. UMKC, that would be the play I would take also, Rickett. -2 to a 2.5. 100% of the money is on UMKC. 100% of $97 between 13 tickets. Let's do that math. $97 divided by 13 tickets is averaging $7.46 per ticket. See why that matters? Remember, I kind of brought this up yesterday to tell you guys about it. That makes a big difference. It really does. New Orleans, Sac State. Okay, let me just keep cruising along. Mississippi stays the same. Looks like it's North Texas. I would take Texas San Antonio plus 16. UTSA plus 16. Now I've got too much crap on my board and I can already feel it. Looks like it's Robert Morris. Denver stays the same. Here's Eastern Washington. That looks like it's the play. You've got $5,000 bet on that one, so at least that's going on. So this one has $5,000 between 26 tickets, right? 5709 divided by 26. So this is averaging $219 a ticket. So there's a big difference there when you're looking at not just who the money is on, but how much and like where it's coming from, kind of a thing. NHL. Winnipeg versus Toronto, under 6.5. Winnipeg is the Jets, right? Jets under 6.5. Kraken under 6.5. Michigan under 142. And Southern Miss -6. Not having my black marker is kind of killing me. You say Lenny buys 0 hats. It's in Vegas, so he won't get any VGK hats. Yeah, but he's going to get a Red Wings something. 0 hats? They don't sell visiting team merch. Tim Earle, you nailed it. Nailed it. Nice. That's not nice. Do you know that the Red Wings are the very first team to ever beat the Knights at home? Detroit Lenny taught me that. Not only is she the plus money honey, she's also the plus points queen. Yeah, I just don't want to, like, why? We've gone through this talk before, right? If all we're looking for is value, and we've got 2 teams showing up on the same court on the same day, and you're going to, like, start me off with points on one side, I'll take them. I'll take them. Sixers are only a -2. Please, where is the money? Okay, I'll tell you. I could tell you. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Pedro just texted me to look at my phone. Ah! I'm so fancy. You got your hoodie. I sent Pedro Moss one of our hoodies because he's been helping so much with the HC. Look it, that's us. Woo! Yay! I'm so glad you got it. Awesome. And I know AJ's got his hoodie too. Okay. Oh, Sammy P. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Sammy. Let me just look this up real quick for him. Sixers, it's a -3 to a 2. 73% of the money is on the Sixers. So why does the 3 go to a 2? And that's why I have Blazers written on my board, because it's falling into that system. $43,000 has been bet on it. Over 188 tickets, 73% of that is on the Sixers. Also, 99% is on the over. The 234 went to a 233. So that's going on also. 66% of the tickets are on the Sixers as well. Okay. Plus money honey for a reason. I don't lay no points. Okay. So Sammy P is here. Remember our old friend, Sammy P? What's going on, friend?
I love the whiteboard. That is slick.
The whiteboard is back. This is how the whole show started way back in the day. They do these contests to win real money, and then I can teach them things and draw things, and it got taken away for a while, but I demanded it back. And so
I actually nailed a whiteboard up in my dorm in college, and one of the RAs came in and took it down. So I can relate with the whiteboard life. They told me I'm not supposed to like put things up on the wall. You can put pictures up and posters, but I had that thing drilled in, and they came in and they removed the whiteboard. So I've never.
They're heavy. You got to drill them in. They're heavy. Mine's on wheels. Like this puppy moves for me.
All right. Nobody likes a show off. We get it. You're fancy.
Well, if there's one thing I am, it's that. So how have you been? How are things?
Been good. I got smoked this past weekend, NFL. Let's be honest. It is what it is. I went against my Giants, who I've been betting all season long. They were 13-4 ATS, and I thought, this is the time they die. And I went against them. I also had some under Seahawks team total under. That did not work out. And I went down to Brady, path on Monday. Like for years, we've been able to just bail out with Brady, and a little lazy there. But yeah, I got everything wrong this weekend. So hopefully things turn around. It's been a good season, but we always talk about the wins. We have to talk about the losses, and it was not good for your boy.
It happens, man, and it's part of the business. It's part of the industry. I always talk about the learning lesson. It's like I invested some money into this. Now, why did I lose? At least I could learn something out of that, So I have a theory that Tom Brady is going to be a Las Vegas Raider next season because Las Vegas is going to get the Super Bowl. Giselle is no longer in the picture. Devontae Adams needs anybody who can throw a ball competently. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think happens to Brady next?
Well, the first thing that I think about when you say Brady to the Raiders is not to bet Brady to go there, because we've seen some of these books that put up odds on where Brady takes his next snap. And I think DraftKings was first. They put up Tampa 2-1, Raiders 5-2, and then the Niners at like 3 or 4-1. My first inclination when you bring up those two entities, Brady and Raiders, is if you think it's going to happen, grab as soon as you can, grab some Raiders conference, grab some Raiders to win the division, and even some Raiders to win the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, Allie, but as you know, if you get ahead of that curve and Brady ends up there, all those numbers get completely whacked. Like we're talking about the Raiders maybe being 50-1 to win the Super Bowl. If they get Brady, what's the number? 15? Like it's probably in that conversation. And then they climb the boards. Like right now, they're probably 3 or 4 to win the division. Kansas City's 1, then the Chargers. And then you could probably interchange Denver or Vegas. But if Brady's there, they might be the second favorite because the money's going to come in. So wherever you think Brady is going to go, I would get ahead. Like just bet the team several different ways. I know a lot of books don't have these markets up yet, but you could find next year's Super Bowl and next year's AFC at a couple shops. Wherever you think he's going, or Lamar Jackson or Derek Carr, wherever, bet the team not only to land the player, but to make some noise and win some games and potentially stretch some of these future markets out.
Yeah, that was my whole thing, was like, let's take the Raiders now while we can, because if it does happen, it's not going to go our way, or it will go our way if we bet on it already, basically. There was something else. There were a few like good points that were made. I just think as far as, how much money and how much new money is coming into the sports betting industry now, this would be like the most lucrative trade for a city that I feel like there ever was. Just how much money Brady would bring to Vegas, 8 guaranteed indoor games per season, by the way. But how many people would come to see him play? And it's kind of an anomaly because he's always been on the East Coast. So now he would be way out west. I'm just saying, I'm calling it bold predictions. It's what I say.
It's bold, but it's also realistic. So, that's a pretty nice parlay, bold and realistic. It's so funny, Allie, when I moved to Vegas and took that job at VSiN, I moved out there in May of 2018. No, actually, I moved in February, and then gambling got legalized in May. But when I moved out there, the stigma was pro sports will never work in Vegas. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the Raiders are there. The NBA eventually is going to move there. The Oakland A's might move there. Tom Brady might move there. So it's funny that, just over, 3-4 years ago, some people actually thought that pro sports would never work in Vegas. And it's crazy how wrong that thought process was.
Yeah. And it's crazy how long it took Vegas to do it, really. Like, I understand the mentality of why, right? Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, come on, guys. Like, that took a really long time. And now we're one of those sports hubs of the country. Like, we've got good stuff going on here. VGK, all that jazz.
What would you name the basketball team? I had this conversation last week. Like, let's say the NBA gets behind LeBron whenever he hangs him up. We know that he wants to own a team. I would bet that he's going to try and put a team in Vegas. The Las Vegas blank. Have you thought about this yet, or am I throwing you under the bus here?
The Las Vegas, I don't know.
Dice.
That's funny that you say that, because I was thinking rollers, but
Rollers is good. I think the Las Vegas Dice is so badass. Like, I would buy all that merch, but we've got time to think about it.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Now I'm going to spend the rest of my show thinking about that. Sure. All right, chat. What do you guys think? What should Las Vegas's NBA? I love Las Vegas Aces. I think that's a really good name. I dig the Aces a lot. Obviously that's our girl team, but I do like that. That
Or
name a
maybe
lot.
even like the Strip, the Las Vegas Strip. Nah,
Las Vegas strippers, I think, might get misconstrued. Just
no,
saying.
Strip, not Strip. You said strippers. I said Strip. I'm just thinking of what else we could. I don't know.
I have issues when team names aren't plural. Like a lot of times they'll write in the chat, like, I want the Pacer. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to give you all the Pacers because I don't think one is going to get the job done tonight. So I'll add the S. So I need plural names for my teams. It's just a thing with me.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it's a team sport and all. How have you been doing in basketball? Are you doing any college hoops or anything like that?
Yeah, college I've sort of been dipping in recently. I won my first 2 bets, and then I lost 3 straight bets by like 1.5 or less. I had a money line dog at plus 110 that lost by 1 at the buzzer. I laid 1. Team lost by 1, and then I think I laid 1.5, and a team won by 1. So that's where I sort of have been. But for years I was doing mostly from Maui on. But with this like football thing and all the jobs that I have now, it's like it's football until it's not. So when the regular season finally ended, I was able to jump into some basketball games. I actually have a note on my desk. I'm not really talking about what you asked me, but I'll tell you a funny story. After Purdue covered 3 straight games they shouldn't have covered, I wrote a note and taped it to my computer. It says, "Kill Purdue." And the reason it says that is because I don't think they're that good. So I have that as a reminder that when the bracket comes out and they're going to be a 1 or a 2 seed, odds are very good, probably going to be a 1 in the Midwest region, I'm going to have them out in the 2nd or 3rd round. Like, I just don't think that what they do is sustainable. They play that slow Big Ten crawl. They don't really have a lot of athletic guards. They're not good defensively. Their game is to give the ball to a 7-footer, 7'1" guy, Zach Edey, in a league full of guys that are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", playing center. And they should have lost to Ohio State. I was on the Buckeyes in that game. Zed Key, their best defender, tore his shoulder out like 4 minutes into the game, and Purdue still almost lost. But I think when we get into games against the ACC, physical teams from the SEC, those teams are going to give Purdue a challenge. And we saw Michigan State the other day play really well and cover against Purdue. So I'm not really looking day to day right now. I'm basically making my list of naughty and nice, or pretenders and contenders, if you will. And I bet last week, I bet a little Kentucky before they played Tennessee. I bet Kentucky at 50-1 to win the national title. Now, again,
sugar nuts.
Is it going to happen? No.
It could.
But, well, of course it could.
When you've got a lot of room to hedge along the way, too.
Yeah. Well, I build portfolios. And last year, I'm sure you remember, before the season, I bet Kansas to win the national title. I had a feeling that team was the best team in the country, and they were 20-1. And I bet 1,000, 20-1. You do the math. So I had that $20,000 to play with. And then when we got closer to the tournament, what I was able to do is sort of bet off it. So if you have that bank, you have that $20,000 to play with, then I can bet a little on Villanova, or a little on Carolina, or a little on whoever. So you're building a portfolio of teams. And right now I've got Texas, which isn't as great as it looked before the season because Chris Beard is gone. But I've got Texas, I've got Gonzaga, and I've got now Kentucky at 40-1. So you want to get good prices on these teams. And I also have a little Creighton at like 50-1. So I've got 3 or 4 teams to win the title. They don't have to win the title. I'm able to bet off it. Like if Creighton makes it to the Final Four, I can bet the team they're playing, or I can bet the other side of the bracket. So you want to put yourself in a good spot, but that's how you bet futures. You build a portfolio and you build off what you have in your window. And I thought Kentucky at 50-1 was just a stupid price because they were 12-1 before the season. So I like to buy low on the dip.
Yeah. I did that a lot with the World Cup. I had a bunch of people to win the World Cup, or to advance. Like these ones advance, these ones do this. And I ended up 7 units at the end of all the World Cup. But yeah, I mean, that was just kind of it, was comparing them here. Okay, now if this happens here, then I can get on this. And it's like a game plan. You kind of want to map out some kind of a game plan. And if this goes wrong, I could still do this. And I love futures. I'm big on futures. I'm one of those people that I have so many different betting accounts that one of them will go broke, and then one day I'll look in Circa and I'll be like, oh, I got $10. Oh, the Vikings won the division. Look at that shit. All of a sudden I'm back in the money on that account or something. So, I don't bet a ton of money on futures because you're holding up that cash for a long time. but I do like to F around and find out. I like
Did
to.
you have Morocco at like 700 to 1 or whatever?
I did not have
Okay.
Morocco.
Okay.
I did not know. At the end of
That
the
would have
day.
been the one to have, because if you say you make $100 bet on a team of
I made money
700.
on Morocco advancing. Like Morocco was a
Okay.
team that I liked, and I had money on them advancing a few times. Especially, I broke it down on the whiteboard, like the Morocco, Croatia, because they're the same. But if Morocco plays who they play, they'll probably score, and Croatia won't score. So then they'll win in points, and they'll move. Like I had a whole damn thing going on. It was a thing. But yeah, I loved Morocco. I didn't have them going. I did not have them winning. No.
I see our buddy Detroit Lenny popping in here. Lots of hockey today. It all looks good. Let me tell you something really interesting. The Boston Bruins have been a freaking freight train this season, right?
Yes.
I mean, the fastest team ever to 35 wins in the regular season. And they won again in convincing fashion last night. I think it was 4-1.
4-1,
Brad Marchand scored again. However, you go into the game today against the Rangers. It's a back-to-back. And they face a defensive-minded hockey team, which is what the Bruins struggle against. They played a lot of freewheeling teams over this run, teams that aren't really responsible on the blue line. But the Rangers are, A, responsible, and B, they have Baby Hasek in net and Igor Shesterkin. And there's a reason the New York Rangers have moved to the favorite in the betting boards right now. -105, -110, that's been the move. So they opened with respect on New York. I think Boston goes down tonight. Total 5.5 too, which I don't have to tell you is a very low total for a hockey game. I mean, there's only a couple 5.5s on the board today, mostly 6 and a lot of 6.5. But that's going to be a low and slow game. Lean to the under, but I think the Rangers steal one tonight against Boston. And I cover the Bruins. Like, the Bruins are on our network. I think it's going to be an uphill battle tonight for Boston.
I like that, actually. Rangers were at a -115. Now they're at a -105 with 51% of the money on the Bruins, but only 16 grand's been bet. Morning, Woodies. Did I not call the Sharks yesterday? Thank you. Dallas Stars are what? Not winning against the Sharks.
They were down 3-0 and they came back.
So my whole system, like all these are my stats, right? Overall, I'm 89, 67, and 1 between NBA and college ball. All I'm doing is like going through these numbers and just finding reverse line movement and where the money doesn't make sense, right? A 6.5 goes to a 5.5, but all the money's over here. Why did that happen? I don't really care. I'm just going to write it on my board. Like I have this theory of there were so many years of caring about who's injured and writing down all the stats and doing the math to figure and the home and the away. And then it just occurred to me that it's all already in the line. Like if there's anything out there in the world that I don't know and need to know, it's in that number that they're letting me bet on. Like the sportsbook people know. So why do I need to like put in all that work to figure it out? If I can just figure out how to read the line, then I'm good here, right? So that's my experiment that I've been doing, and I'm 89, 67, and 1. And last night, all the money was on Dallas, and the Sharks, like the line went the other way. And so I just happened to be looking in hockey and was like, I think Sharks are the play. Terry Edelman was like, no, Dallas is really good. But that Sammy motherfucking P, the legend.
I like when he puts
you know what Lenny did? Sammy P and I met at the Office Bar. I don't know if you guys know that about us. Lenny took down the Office Bar football pool. The whole thing. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, whole thing. Dude cashed like over $2,000. I handed that dude $1,700 last night. And that's the second installment of payment. Took it down. Office Bar says you're not allowed to play anymore.
What is it with you seeing good-looking guys in Office Bar with a bunch of money? Because that's when we met. I had to go cash that Braves ticket, and I had like $6,000 in my wallet. I was like,
it was in an envelope. You showed me the envelope.
Yeah, no, good for Lenny. That's awesome. By the way, I'm going to be at Office Bar. I don't know exactly what day, but we're coming in for Super Bowl, and
cool.
I'm throwing a party Sunday at the Superbook if you're around. So you're more than welcome to join. We got the clubhouse area there, so please come by if you can. But if you don't make it Sunday, I'll probably see you Friday or Saturday at the Office Bar.
I don't go to that bar anymore. I took all their money and ran. But I'm going to be in Portland for Super Bowl Sunday. But Friday or Saturday, I'd love to meet up. Not at the Office Bar, but somewhere else.
Okay, fair enough.
You went down the Brady path. I did too. I went down the Brady path also. I don't think he's going to hang him up. I think Giselle is such a biatch because, like, honestly, it's 16 freaking weeks of the year. Just let me play my sport. Let me make my money, and we'll talk about it later, Giselle. We'll talk about it later. But no, you want to make a big freaking stink in the middle of a damn season. Not cool. Not cool.
You know what's crazy about that, though? Whenever he hangs it up, and I'm not going to say what he should or shouldn't do because it's his own damn call, but when he does retire, he has a 10-year, $375 million contract to call games for Fox. So It's not like he needs the money. And in fact, he'll make more money because he'll make over $30 million a year. Like, they're going to put him in the, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, Greg Olson role, and they're going to pay him over $370 million to call games. So it's not like money's an issue for that guy. How much longer can he go? He's going to be 46 years old next season.
My only thing with him is he, like, as cute as he is, he's boring AF. Like, he's a vanilla wafer or like a Nilla wafer cookie. Like,
he's an avocado cookie. He eats like such a weirdo.
I just heard, I was talking to my friend last night about FTX, that Giselle and Tom Brady had a bunch of money invested in that FTX thing, that like Bitcoin deal. And it ended up, I'm not like a cryptocurrency person, so I feel like a grown-up even saying Bitcoin. I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking about this like an adult. But yeah, I just heard that they potentially lost like a whole ton of money through FTX. Is that a real thing?
No idea.
Holy moly. Well, everybody Google it, because I was Googling it last night, but I was also talking on the phone at the same time. So, it was like a half-ass Google. San Fran loses Sunday and they will go after Brady. I don't know. I think San Fran, I feel like they're stuck on their Trey Lance train. Otherwise, they would have got one.
Well, are they going to mortgage the future again? They already have done that when it comes to the quarterback. What did they trade? 3 number 1 picks to get Trey Lance, and then they benched him. Like,
we got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, I think they would have eventually, but he wasn't that good when he was healthy. So yeah, you're right. I mean, he was a little banged up, but I mean, that team is proving if you have an offensive line and weapons, you could drop whoever at quarterback. I mean, Brock Purdy's been playing super efficiently, and he's also on that rookie contract, so you're not paying him a lot of money. I don't think Brady's gonna make a lot of moves. I mean, he needs the perfect environment. The year that he was in Tampa, Tampa was okay on offense, but their defense was top 5 in the NFL, and they absolutely manhandled Kansas City because the Chiefs were down left tackle, right tackle in the Super Bowl. And that front just completely gobbled them up all game long. So they won because of defense, not because of Tom Brady. They held Kansas City. Kansas City didn't have a touchdown in that game. So that's nothing to do with Tom Brady. Brady did his job, but Tampa's defense was one of the best in the league that year.
Right. That's a really good point, too. And Las Vegas does not have defense. That's just not our thing. Okay, so we did get a little run of Las Vegas spades. I like that. The spades is cool. I think it would be good gear, too. Like, you always want to think of the merch. Do I want to rock that merch? The Raging Gamblers could be fun. The Las Vegas Reefs, they want all the smoke.
Yeah.
The Gamblers. The hookers. Okay, well, we took a turn there, didn't we, Jules? Took a turn.
I don't know that the league would want that. I mean, I don't hate the name.
Interesting merch, though. I mean, we could really get creative with our merch here.
Imagine the mascot. Like, what's the mascot? Like, cigarettes,
It's a pimp. The mascot's got to be a pimp that just comes out and like corrals everybody.
Because then it'd be the pimps. It wouldn't be, you have to differentiate.
Yeah, but who's in charge of all the hookers? The pimp.
I don't know. I don't know that answer.
I plead the 5th. Next question. The Las Vegas Bullies. The Las Vegas Clippers suck. I'm just kidding. The Rollers. The Desert Devils. Oh, Chapito can be their mascot. Yes, that's his new dog.
Chapito.
The Las Vegas Flight. Well, we're already the Aviators. All good picks. I still don't know. I like the spades the best out of all those.
Okay.
Hookers is a close second.
Okay. I have something for you here. I know you wanted me to give you a play that I really like, and I've already bet this. So Brandon Ayuk is a wide receiver for San Francisco, and there's sort of a pattern forming in San Francisco. He is getting the ball with a lot of space. So I bet him over 53.5 receiving yards. Brandon Ayuk, 53.5 minus 110. Rookie quarterback Brock Purdy is 6-0 as a starting quarterback. We all know that. And he's been calm, cool, collected. But his decision-making has really unleashed the potential. And the other thing, too, Allie, is that they are finally healthy. Debo, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, all healthy. So those three guys are more dangerous, with quotes around that, which leaves Brandon Ayuk on an island pretty much by himself. Like, he's not getting double covered. He has all the room to move about the cabin. In his last 6 games, Brandon Ayuk has 73 yards, 59 yards, 101 yards, 81 yards. He did have a game with 19, and then 57 6 weeks ago. So he's gone over this number quite a bit. Again, 73, 59, 101, 81, 57. The number is 53.5. His usage isn't up, but his coverage is down because they're not spying him because you have to account for Debo and McCaffrey and Kittle. So Brandon Ayuk, he gets this number more times than not, and he makes a man miss, Allie, he's gone for 30 yards. So I think if it ain't broke, you don't want to fix it. It's not a big sample size, but Brock Purdy is getting the ball to Brandon Ayuk in space, and they are getting over this number together. So I went over 53.5 receiving yards on Brandon Ayuk on Sunday.
Beautiful. He was on my fantasy team, so I'm all over that guy. I followed it. I don't know a lot about football, but I do know about that guy because he was on my fantasy team. Lenny says that he's not allowed in the office bar no more, but let's hook up for a beer, Sammy.
What did you guys do? Did you like vandalize the joint or what?
We took all their money. We won. We took all their money.
But you can't go back?
No, I broke up with Josh. So I just I don't care.
Okay. All right. Well, I wasn't going to go there, but okay.
End of the day. Yeah. Broke up with Josh. Don't care. Vegas Degenerates is fun. So I'm single now, Sammy. How you doing? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm good. Where are we going?
You tell me.
Can you see me blushing or no? Can everybody see me?
Since when did Lenny get younger and more attractive? What's up, Picks from Dave? You volunteer to be in charge of the hookers? That's so noble of you, Leonard. It's very noble of you.
I hope all my bosses are watching this program right now. That's all I can hope for.
The Sandstorms is kind of fun. I won, and they asked me not to come back. Actually, they asked you. They basically said he's not allowed to play next year. Like, I get what they're saying because it's kind of like he's a pro. I mean, he's not really a pro. He's a professional host, for crying out loud. But like Tony Chavez was like, "Do you want to enter the contest?" And I was like, "No, but my friend does." And
Yeah,
Lenny PayPal'd me $150. I entered him in. The rest is history.
So he got kicked out for being a winner. It's like every sports book in America.
Well, and it's one of those things like no one would have cared if he didn't win. Like you were more than happy to take the money, weren't you? Okay, well, then he just happened to win. He's a man of the people. You lost one of your Bills socks, and we haven't lost since. If that sock pops up, I'm throwing it away. That's too funny. And I'm glad we broke our curse, Breaking Vegas. Breaking Vegas and I have a thing. Whenever we agree on a pick, it doesn't work out. And yesterday, we both agreed on the Hawks +2. So we broke our curse. We're in it. All right, Sammy P., I'm going to let you go. Is there anything you need to tell them about who, where, what's going on?
No, I mean, everything's pretty straightforward. You see Allie put the handle up there at SP Shoot. We do a show on Nesson every day at 5:30, which you can get in the New England region, the 6 states out here. And if you have, your extra cable packages, you can find us there. We talk about the games, the lines, where things are moving. We try and find you those winners, and that's every weekday, Monday through Friday on Nesson at 5:30. But if you want to get in touch, want to shoot the shit, talk shop at SP Shoot. I love going back and forth and DMing and tweeting with people. So, let's have at it. And hopefully we all have a good day and a good weekend.
Yes, let's make some money. I'll see you when you're in Vegas. Hit me
I
up
will
when
look
you're
you
out
up,
here.
no doubt. I will see you. I'm going to come check that whiteboard out.
Yes, it's not a bad whiteboard, Lots of good things come on this board. All right. So you guys know what to do. At SP Shoot, follow Sammy P. We'll see you. You can't be this long since next time you come on the show. Like, we can't have this much of a gap in between your
I
your
am not in
shows.
charge of the booking process.
That's fair. All right. Well, I will have you back on soon. I promise.
All righty. Thanks, Allie. See ya.
Okay. Cheers. All right, everybody. That's what's up with the Get Down. I'm going to pull you in so you guys can see what is on the whiteboard for today. I know it came out wrong. I didn't mean to say it that way. Okay. I'm all squished right now. pull you guys in. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. All right, my loves. That just about does it for today. Thank you guys all for joining me. Rickett likes Stetson and Kennesaw State over 140. You do not have many leather-bound books. I posted my books on the Facebook page. Okay. You post your books now, and we'll have a book off, and we'll see who has more leather-bound books. Okay, friends? All right, guys, I love you. I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Scott Reichel will be on the show tomorrow. San Antonio, UTSA. I like that as well. I also do like, it came into the chat. I like Minnesota at home, and I want to say I liked Wichita State. Or my other two, I just didn't quite write them on the board. Can I just remind everyone again that the Sharks won last night? Sometimes I'm a hockey genius. I told you guys this. The Niners is the perfect environment for Brady. Great defense and an offense that doesn't need him that much. That's fair. I'm just thinking money. That's all I'm thinking. I am not thinking about where he fits in, or I am thinking about money. And the number one place in sports betting that wants the money is the Raiders. That's all I'm thinking about. How much money would come into Las Vegas if he came to us? That's all. That's my only angle here. Money. But I feel you. I mean, these are all good points. We can all argue this up and down. These are all good points. Where he goes, if he goes, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not disagreeing with anybody. This is just my angle. The only book I need is the one that pays me, and the good book. You need Jesus. Hi, Miss Alejo. You need Jesus. You need to get some act right in you. Okay, guys, I love you. Have a great day, and good luck to everyone, unless you're against Lenny and Jesus.